Well guys, that is gorgeous. This is part 2 at Trading Post Cemetery. Trading Post, as I said in my earlier video, is where is the oldest still occupied and in existence town or city or village, however you want to word it, in the state of Kansas. There was a trading post here and a fort for the Civil War. So my goal today was to come here and I did find some Civil War soldiers. I was looking for hopefully the earliest 1800s. And probably I'm not finding them because I can't read those. They're probably the ones in the earlier video that this is the earliest one so far that I could read is 1863 or 1868. And 1867. This is gorgeous. Look at the work on the stone. And again we have the willow tree motif. Hey, there's my name. She died in 1867. She was really young. Just 16 years old. 1871. So that was kind of my goal today, was to come here and look for some of the oldest headstones that would have been here from possibly when it was when Trading Post was founded, or when it might have been Civil War era. So that was my goal, and we did find a couple of the soldiers' headstones, but as I found with them, they do not have dates on them. They just have their names, and this is gorgeous. I love that right there. They usually just have their names and they have their ranks, their company that they were with. And we have another. Again, as you'll see, that's all that'll have on it. 22nd. I believe that's Indiana Infantry. IND. If that is, that's the first one of those I've seen. I've seen a lot of Illinois. It's being held up by another stone. They do not have dates, which is sad. We have a little bitty headstone here. And so maybe the first one will go out in the beginning of the week and the second one will go out shortly after. Like I said, this is going to be a five or six part, no, it's going to be a 6-part video. And all having to do with the Mares de Zing massacre site. We have it. The hand. The hand haunts me, people. It's everywhere. It's everywhere I look now that I've noticed it. Hoping to find a date. A lot of times through my camera when I go back, I can actually read the date when I'm editing. And there are 2 different names on this one. So But here we have died September 5th, 1872. $1900. And other than the highway noise, it's really quite quiet here. Trading post is very small, and here's one, 1895. That is pretty. We have the flowers. Like I said, I'm going to meet with Melissa and Paul Phillips, and they're getting me information, which I will do a video that'll help everybody that wants to go out and clean up old headstones, how to do it properly, what to use, what not to use, how to get information off of them without damaging the headstones. I was at the Lawrence Cemetery, and someone went out there with either vinegar or bleach, and you can see what it did to the headstone. So, always ask before you go out to do something, what's the safest way to do it. Here we have a dove. That's the first time I've seen one. That is gorgeous. And 1881. A lot of times I'm looking through my camera because I can't read it unless I do. Whoops, those are kind of newer. We'll scoot around those. Like I said, a lot of newer headstones mixed in with older ones. I still use this. And I am going to head back down the other way. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay guys, I'm sorry, we're right by the highway, but I wanted to show you this. I'm standing off to the side because we're right next to the gravel road that goes through here, and obviously her grave is running this way. But this is a very beautiful tombstone. Very pretty. And you can read it. She died in 1882. I love the urn with the flowers on top. Very beautiful. I wanted to show you that. We've got a few more older headstones. I'm heading that way. Okay guys, a lot of the semis are gone by now. You see these a lot. I'm not sure which way these are going because the one next to it is facing towards the road. So, again, you can't even tell if there was a name on it. Just a field stone. Another one the same way. Can't tell if there was any markings on it. We have another one. This one, you can tell that someone actually took time to carve it and carve a name into it. That is so cool. And it's about gone, but you can still read it. It's really pretty, really pretty. So I'm going to go to a couple more, and then I've got, I am very sorry. They go every direction here, so it's very difficult to know another one that they pretty much carved in the name. And definitely wouldn't want to walk in that, because that is sunken. Here we have oh my goodness. Here we go, World War II, guys. Private First Class, 10th Infantry, World War II, October 31st, 1922 to January 20th, 1945. There you go. We have another one over here. I want to make my way to. We have Charles Jackson, Kansas, Private Company G, 30th Infantry, World War I, April 1st, 1894 to April 9th, 1966. There we go, guys. So we have in this little bitty town that has a lot of history, Civil War history. We have covered someone that was in the, I don't know if he was in the Mexican War, because they said he died in Mexico City, so he could have been in the Mexico War, I'm not sure. But we definitely have World War II veterans, World War I veteran, and then we have Civil War. So that is really cool, guys. Okay, I'm going to find a place to sit, and we're going to do some EVPs, and someplace way away from this highway, because that is really, really loud. There is a Civil War grave over here, and I think that'd be a good place to sit. Everybody, just give me a minute and take a look at some of this. This is pretty, really pretty. Be with you in a minute. Let me see how many minutes we're at. Do I need to start? So.